Hi, scrapbookers and creative friends. I'm Linda Petuch. I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Jupiter, Florida. Happy holiday season as we get it off to a start. Well, we started with Thanksgiving, but I want to talk today a little bit about some fast base pages that you can do by punching and placing. We're going to use the wonderful new square and circle. Who knew they'd be so versatile? But I'm going to show you some quick ways that you can punch and place and make double page layouts or single page, and a couple other special things. So I thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I would ask you to please, if you like it, please like and subscribe. And then that way you'll be notified if I have any, the next time that I post another video. So thank you so much. Let's get started. Okay, so here are our circle and square punch that I was talking about that are new to Creative Memories. And I just want to show you when you want to punch. We're going to be punching on the edge of our paper, and I do want you to think about choosing paper that you like both sides, okay? And also when you're looking at this does have a direction, so it depends if you want to have a left to right, because you could be using the other side, whether you want it left to right or up and down, that's up to you. This side doesn't matter because it's just overall. But what I want you to think about when you are punching freehand on a paper here, the way that you want to kind of space it out, I like to start with the first punch right at the edge of the paper. You can see the edge of the punch is at the edge of the paper. And we're not going to waste anything here. I have to put it down or I'm going to make a mistake. We punch the first one, keep that little circle, and I'm going to punch over here. And then I'm going to punch in the middle. You can put it on your cutting mat to have a better idea of the middle. You can just kind of eyeball it. That's up to you. Then I'm going to do the in-between spaces. I don't want to stick my head over it because my head will be in the way. But it looks about the same on each side. And the same thing here. So now we have these punched. And remember we said we want to like both sides. So now we have two different designs available. And I'm going to show you how I use those two different designs. I hope you like this. Quick and simple. You see how fast that was to punch those pages? So the first one that I'm going to share with you, I'd started this right around Thanksgiving, so I used the Tonal Autumn collection for these pages, and this is the front and back. On the back of this is the tree ring, and then the evergreen is on this side. So what I did was, you can see I punched circles out of this one, and squares out of this one, and then what I did was I just flipped them to put them on the paper. But now it's kind of, they're not going to stick because they would be sticking to your mat. So what I did was I mounted them on this cardstock, that comes with the paper collections. It's very lightweight cardstock, but this is also photo safe, so don't throw that away. Use that. So both of these are mounted on cardstock from collections, okay? So there you go. You have very, very quick, 5 punches on each side. Stick them down, and there you go. And I think it's a beautiful design. Now, with this same collection, I thought, oh, you know what? I wonder if I could use that with an with the 8x8 album. So look what I did. Oh, I probably should take these out so they're not all shiny and shimmery. So here with the 8x8, of course, you can't do as many punches because you don't have as much space. And now I was using these the new side pocket loading pages, but I thought that was really beautiful. And the bonus of using those slide-in pockets, they do have the cardstock in there, but so what you can do is you can make an additional design here. Now, of course, this is going to be like this. Okay, we're going to have this. So in your book, it would have this page here with the acorns and the green, and then you'd have the double page spread, and then the next page would be here. That doesn't bother me at all because your pictures are going to be different, and you could also add embellishments that would make these two look different if that matters to you. But I thought it looks very nice on the 8x8 as well. Okay, so I had to keep playing, and I decided to use, on the Totally Tonal Autumn also, I loved this rainy window print. I thought it was so beautiful. So I I punched squares on both of these. The flip side is the sweater design. But again, it didn't have anything to stick to. So what I decided to do was to use a strip of that other paper with the evergreen on there, and look what a pretty page that makes. Now again, they're not going to be, they won't be, unless you decide to use this as your double page, they wouldn't be together. But that, again, doesn't bother me. You're going to put mats and you're going to put photos. But that way, if you use these top-loading pocket pages, you can get more use of your paper, because it's a shame to cover up the beautiful designer paper. So you can see that I added a sticker strip here. This is also from Totally Tonal Autumn. And a couple of embellishments. Really fast, really simple, and I think it's really beautiful. Okay, moving on. So I couldn't wait to start with Christmas. So I'm a real sucker for any kind of Christmas plaid. So I got the pack of Festive Plaids. Let me move these out of the way. And these are not the same pattern. Okay, so I decided I liked these two plaids together because they didn't really battle each other. I think they complement each other because you have this nice beige here and this beige in this plaid. So I didn't use a paper that I liked both sides. That didn't matter to me. But if you look, I have these pages that are ready to go. I can use them if I do the drop-in pockets. So I did adhere them down to on both of the edges, and then I thought I would just add this so you can see that it would be very nice if you want to just add one of our laser cut borders. You can add another little bit of interest to it. You could go over your squares or next to it, whatever makes you happy. Remember what Noreen Smith always says, there is no right or wrong way to scrapbook. You just do you. Very fast and simple. So now, you know, our beautiful seasonal sightings. I decided to use these two papers from Seasonal Sightings, and I mounted this one on cardstock, on red cardstock. So again, this is that new beautiful red that that Creative Memories just issued. The red cardstock is really beautiful with the Christmas collection, and I mounted this one on green. So that again, if you use the drop-in pockets, you're ready to decorate and embellish for your Christmas pages that you're making. But what I did here, you can see I just decided to do circles on both sides, and then this is the cardstock you see coming through, and then I added embellishments. This was so quick and so easy, but I have space for so many photos right here. You could easily put 3 4x6s on here. You could put many 4x4s, like at least 4 4x4s. You can angle your pictures. You know, you have lots and lots of options when you have all this space, because it is about the photos and the journaling, but we also like pretty pages. So there's that. And I did pop these. You can probably, I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but I did pop these up with foam squares, and a lot of times I like to do that anyway if there's going to be a photo nearby, in case it has to the corner has to kind of slide under there. So there they are, Seasonal Sightings. All right, now, so I decided I'm going to show you some how we could do photo layouts. So what I did on this one, sorry, that's one half. There's that beautiful red cardstock again. And this time I used this plaid. Oh my gosh, isn't that so pretty? So we have a full sheet of red cardstock here, and I punched out those holes to put, I punched out those circles to put those over here on this side. No, I didn't. I forgot what I did. Back up, rewind. I punched out the circles here and placed them on this page. And then let me show you before I go on to put the layout here. Then I decided, because these holes were punched out here that I put over on this side, I didn't want to use a whole sheet of paper because I loved the back of this. So instead, what I did was I left that, and to cover up those circles that I had punched out, I just got a red strip. It was about 3 inches, put it on top, and then I added these embellishments, popped these on foam squares, and now I'm ready to have another page. Again, I use a lot of the drop-in single pocket pages, so that way I can use both of these beautiful patterns for my photos. All right, so how would I decorate this, or how would I get my photos on here? You can use, this is also seasonal Sightings, and the Totally Tonal, some of the Totally Tonal paper, but you can use matte packs as your title pages, and you can add some interest. You can keep, some people don't like their pictures wonky, some people like it that way or don't mind, whatever. You can keep them straight, you can make them a little off kilter a little bit, but in any case, you see you've got a beautiful layout with quite a few spaces for pictures. If you didn't want to do a title here, that could of course be another photograph. Quick and easy. Punch and place. I love it. And I'm really happy with this little bonus. Okay. So now, the next one is also, I think this was, yeah, it's also seasonal Sightings. And I again made this very simple, these pretty little polka dots, and then the poinsettia paper. If the poinsettia is the back, so it's polka dots on one side, poinsettia is on the back. So what I did, this one I would probably just put right down on my white page, because all I did was use a strip of that white cardstock that comes with the collection, paper collections, just to have a place for these poinsettias to be adhered, so they would stick down. So that's what I did on both sides. Now, let me put it back over here like this so you can see. So I do love poinsettias too, and they are so beautiful. So what I've done to give you an option, another option, I took another strip, 2-inch strip wide of paper, and I put a sticker on there so you could cover up that white, and there you go. You have another page with lots of space for your precious photos. So quick and easy. So I do love these square and circle, but I thought I want to see if I could do anything with any of our wonderful punches that we have. I'm kind of crazy for punches. I think you probably could figure that out. But I had all these punches, and I thought, I want to use these also for layouts on my pages. And I've played with it a little bit, but I really thought about it this time. So here's what I came up with. Again, you want to line up your punches just like you do with the other. But I decided, this is Totally Tonal Christmas. Again, with these gorgeous plaids. I decided I wanted to do the reindeer. Now, here's the deal with these punches. They are very much directional. So you have to choose one way that you want to put them. And I decided, I couldn't do it sideways. The deer would, maybe they could be taken off. I don't know. But I decided to put them at the top and the punch outs at the base. I just put them onto the platinum paper. And so I have that sheet on the back that I can also use. And of course, the same thing here. So I have 2 other pages. I can either put these right down in my book, or in the drop-in pages, I can add decorations and embellishments and borders on the other side. But I just thought that was so pretty. Very simple, quick, but we're going to focus on our photos. And then you can, of course, embellish and make it all very nice. Oh, yeah. I cut these so I could show you. I used the red shimmer. I thought that would be really beautiful to put on it, to put our pictures down. So we could put pictures. You could do it like this. You could fit 4 here. And remember, if you cut by 4 by 6, you're going to have to cut your photos down just a little bit. Or we could just stick with 3 on each side. You could add 4 by 4s. You have space to add a title, to add journaling. Lots of spaces here. You know, you could also do, since this page is not as busy as the other page, you could also, angle your pictures. I did have another mat there. They were sticking together. So you've got plenty of space for your photos and journaling and more embellishments if you wish. But, you know, we're all so busy and we have so much to do, and you want to get those family memories down. So The simpler the better in my book, so that you can just get it finished. All right, so moving on. The next collection that I used is from last year, called Joy to the World. However, Joy to the World is now being offered as a December deal. So I will put the link at the bottom of my description so that you can go on there if you would like to check out some of these deals. So here I decided to do sleigh bells. See what I did there? Sleigh bells ring. Can you listen? Right. Okay. So I have sleigh bells. So I have sleigh bells here, and I just alternated sleighs and bells, and then their punch outs are down here. This I love this these muted tones from the Joy to the World. It's just a little different, a break from the bright red and green. Not that I mind, but it's nice sometimes to have a break. And this might go better with your photos. So this is all Joy to the World collection. These are the laser cut borders. I added a couple little bling embellishments and the mats. And this was a mat that I used the hexagon cutter and the green blade, and I cut around it. I did red blade for the base and green for the actual mat, but now I've got my journaling box ready. Nice and simple and quick. This took a little more time, but honestly, it was five punches, punch, place, and then do the rest of it. So get some punching and placing done. Get your book finished. Okay. The next one. Seasonal Sightings again. And I decided to do, oh my goodness. So I have a different, I did adhere these to this beautiful red polka dotted, happy little polka dotted paper on the back. But so I punched 5 at the bottom. Here I have a tree and the pine cone, tree and the pine cone. These are conifers. So we have the tree and the pine cone punches that we have. And also I added mats. This is one of the matte cards from the Joy to the World collection, a tag, and I just threaded a little piece of paper in there. And I decided to use the bronze shimmer on here. I thought it looked beautiful. One thing I neglected to tell you, when you are choosing these other that are not circle and that are not circles or the circle or square punch, you want to make sure that they're kind of the same dimension, so that way when you're punching, it's easy for you to just line them up, you know, to punch the outer ones, the center one, and then put the other one in the middle. But then look at that, it's 5 punches, place your other one, add your mats and embellishments, and you are good to go. And there I am with red and green again. Okay. Last but not least, I want to show you this one. Also Seasonal Sightings. I use the paper and the mats, and I love this little stripy paper. Yeah, this is a little bit busy, but it's okay. Once you get your photos on there, you know it's going to calm it down a little bit, but I thought it would be so cute to punch these out here and place them over there. And you can see I used some of those pearls and jewels that came in the Seasonal Sightings collection. This is a mat for my journaling or title, and I have space for embellishments, and I have space for 4 nice photos. On the back, let me see, I forgot what I did on the back. It's just, maybe I can put this in the pocket. Oh yeah, in the pocket. Look, I have this beautiful paper in the back. So when if I drop them in the pocket, here, that's kind of busy, but if you wanted to add a matte, plain colored mat, you could do that here. This one I would probably just adhere. This one I might put in a pocket. So I'd have this double page spread, and then when you turn the page, you've got this one ready to go. A little mat. I mean, you can just decorate however you wish. Okay, so I really thought it would be a nice thing to share so that you can embellishing with things that you might already have, any kind of punches that would work. But again, all of these were directional. I mean, if the holly, you could do the holly, okay, but the tree would be upside down, and the pine cone, I guess that could be, it could be flexible. But some of these you have to go one direction, which is why you have to choose either the base. Doesn't matter when you put them on the paper on here. I mean, the reindeer could have been down the side, but I just decided to do it the way I did it. You do it. You do it however you wish. So as I always do, I'm going to take photographs of all of these layouts, and I will post them at the end of the video so that it gives you time that you can stop it and look at the layouts in case it's something that you would like to replicate, or if it just you want to use it as a jumping off point. Base pages by placing and punching. Now, if you have a Creative Memories advisor, please support her. But if you do not have one, I would love to be your advisor. I will give you my link in my description, and I hope that you will come back and see my next video. I hope you have a fabulous holiday. Thank you so much, and have a good time with your families and friends and scrapbooking all those wonderful memories. Goodbye for now.